Three people we know are being questioned right now, held by San Jose police in connection to the baby's kidnapping. This is a live look from NBC Bay Area Sky Ranger over the site where the investigation continues this morning. We know at least one of those suspects taken into custody at a home not too far from the San Jose Regional Medical Center.
This is the spot where that healthcare worker spotted that van and called police and found the baby, and everything was going to be okay. I know it was frustrating. We did not get very much information out of that press conference. We certainly understand the police have an active investigation. If we learned anything from that press conference, it is this: that the baby is unharmed. We saw video of the baby earlier. It seemed okay as Santa Clara County paramedics looked it over, but the police department now saying officially that baby Brandon is unharmed.
So at least for the moment, a happy ending to a very desperate search for this baby. Want to check in with NBC Bay Area's Kris Sanchez this morning. She's also at San Jose Police Department this morning. Everyone's feeling so relieved the baby's all right, but it's still a mystery as to the motive of who took the baby.
Yeah, absolutely. We asked about that motive, and Chief Mata said that he's not ready to answer any questions about that part of the investigation. But we can tell you that there are now 3 people who are in custody on suspicion of kidnapping baby Brandon from his grandmother's house. I want to show you that video because we can't see it enough of baby Brandon looking healthy and like a regular baby in the back of that ambulance after he was found this morning. And thank goodness it was somebody who was in the public, a mother who trusted her gut, said something doesn't feel right, and called San Jose police. San Jose police were already investigating, of course, along with the FBI. They were searching for that man who was caught on surveillance video, that video that we had of the baby a distance from that original location. Now, this is the suspect that was captured on video yesterday, right around 1 o'clock when the baby was taken from his grandmother's home. And San Jose police tell us that they believe that man is one of the 3 people in custody. It appears that this was a premeditated kidnapping, as that man showed up to grandma's house with his own carrier in order to take baby Brandon away. Now, we spoke with Sergeant Camarillo of the San Jose Police Department, who says there is one other person who is also in custody, a woman who was with the grandma yesterday as she was doing that shopping. And in answering questions to police, she gave some inconsistent answers. Her story just didn't seem to add up. So she has been in the custody of San Jose Police answering questions since about 1 o'clock yesterday. She remains in custody now. We don't know who that third person might be. Take a listen to Sergeant Camarillo as he is explaining why this feels like it is a premeditated situation.
Happy to report that 3-month-old Brandon Cuellar was safely located a few hours ago. One of the locations identified by our detectives as part of a 20-plus hour long investigation. Also, detectives have identified several individuals responsible for this incident. This incident is a parent's worst nightmare. We are fortunate that this resulted in a positive outcome. This investigation once again highlights the dedication and commitment of our women and men who go above and beyond every day to keep our community safe.
What video is coming after? Which one? All right, my apologies. That was not Sergeant Camarillo. That was actually Chief Mata. He was congratulating his detectives for working through the night, staying on this case until the baby could be found. Also, giving thanks to the public for being alert and looking out for baby Brandon. Now, we can show you this little picture of baby Brandon. Once again, he is just 3 months old, not a time that he should be far from his mother, but fortunately they will be reunited. He was taken to the hospital to be checked out to make sure that nothing happened to him. I did ask the chief and the detective here what happened in those 20 hours since baby Brandon was taken from his grandmother's home. And when he was found, they say they can't really say just yet. They're trying to put all of those pieces together. We were also, excuse me, at the location, Elm Street, where baby Brandon was taken from his grandmother's home this morning as another vehicle was towed. So now we know that at least 3 vehicles were towed in relation to this case. We don't know how all of those pieces fit together. Right now, the FBI was out here as well because they deployed their child abduction unit to help with this search. The FBI special agent in charge reminds us that stranger abductions are extremely rare. That's to comfort parents who, we might be feeling a little unnerved right now, but also to reiterate the fact that, it is likely that there was some sort of relationship or that these people knew each other in some way. Again, that person who showed up to take baby Brandon brought his own little baby bucket, his own baby carrier, took the baby away, knew where grandma lived, knew when he could make it into that apartment as grandma was unloading purchases from the car. So, a lot of questions this morning, but at least we can wait for answers now calmly because we know that baby Brandon is safe.
It is.